All right, so everyone find your comfortable spot. If you want to sit cross-legged, if you want to flick your legs out. We're gonna be practicing today on focusing our attention towards our expression, our communication with our throat center, our Vishuddha Chakra. And we're gonna be using the mudra throughout the class to draw the energy to our throat chakra, where we interlace our fingers and we allow the thumbs to meet at the top. And we create sort of a circle. And you can just rest that in your lap. We're gonna gently close our eyes. And we're gonna begin to release our head down so our chin meets our chest. And when we have our head down here, we feel a little bit of a restriction, a restraint in our throat. And you can breathe, focusing your awareness on your neck so that you can create a gentle sound like an ocean. As you create a small restraint in your windpipe and your breathing, and breathing through your nose, finding a gentle ocean sound. We're breathing and we're focusing on the color blue, everything blue. So as you breathe, you can envision the breath coming in through your nostrils, filling your belly. We're going to gently begin to roll our head so that our shoulder comes, so that our ear comes to our left shoulder. Feeling each vertebrae move, every muscle, breathing through the right side of the neck. Keeping that beautiful ocean breath as we create a small restriction in the back of the throat. Breathing into any tight spaces. We'll slowly begin to roll the neck back so that our head comes resting on the shoulders and we're looking up with our eyes closed. Feeling that neck open. We're focusing our awareness all through the front of the throat chakra. Here you may feel a little bit more opening. You're still restricting that breath and creating that ocean sound. Gently rolling your neck over so that your right ear meets your right shoulder, or reaching down towards it as you breathe through the left side of the neck. Still holding our mudra, resting in our lap, and we're envisioning the breath coming through our body, blue in color. We're going to gently roll the neck down so the chin meets the chest, around to the left shoulder, back, slowly over to the right shoulder. And we're going to reverse, coming to the back, coming to the left shoulder, We're going to continue through with gentle neck rolls in this direction. If you feel any place you need to stop and breathe into any tight space, feel free to do so. Feeling as you slow down, feeling the movement of each position as you roll the neck. Switching sides. And completing one very slow, gentle neck roll in this direction. Return to the center. Finding our center, we take a few breaths here using our throat breathing. Stimulating the vagus nerve here. Creating a relaxing feeling through our body. We gently begin to blink our eyes open. And we're going to take our hands and we're going to begin to open them up with a deep inhale. We're going to look up and open through our neck. We're going to exhale and close in, rounding the neck down, bringing the hands to prayer hands, bowing our heads. Opening as we inhale through the arms wide open, the neck rolling up. Coming down as we exhale with our hands pressed together, head bowing down. Feeling that rolling in the spine as we flex, opening and closing. Finding your own pace here. Aligning your breath with your motion. Slowing and breathing through that throat. Returning to center. In your next breath. Gently bring both of the legs out in front of us if they weren't already. And we're going to press the feet with the heels down into the earth, pressing the calves down into the earth, engaging the thighs. If you need to adjust your seat, we're going to bring the hands into the throat chakra mudra again, with the fingers interlaced and the thumbs meeting at the top. We're going to inhale, bringing the hands all the way up in the air. And we're going to exhale, turning to the left. We're going to drop the arms down, bringing the throat chakra mudra along the left side body, tracing the line. And we're going to allow the left hand to press down into the earth, while the right hand presses against the left knee. And we look over that left shoulder, twisting. So we're coming into a nice twist here. Let's take a deep breath in, breathing that blue light energy through the crown. Exhaling that blue light energy down through the ground. Thinking about the ways that we like to express ourselves. Breathing through the crown and out through the ground. What style do we communicate? One more breath here, in through the crown. Out through the ground, blue light energy. Slowly releasing back to the center. We bring the hands together into the throat chakra mudra, resting on the lap. And we just take a breath and feel where we're at. Honoring this present moment. We're going to take the hands and we're going to inhale, raising them up in the sky, imagining that blue sky. We're going to exhale, we're going to turn to the right. We're going to slowly trace that mudra down, right side body. Careful movements here. We're going to begin to bring the right hand so that it meets behind us, and the left hand pressing into the right knee. We're going to turn over. We're going to start to breathe in through the crown, finding that straightening through the spine, and out through the ground. Thinking of what style we prefer to be communicated with in return. Deep breaths here in through the crown and out through the ground. Breathing up blue light energy. We're going to slowly release as we come back to the center, bringing the hands into the throat chakra mudra with the fingers interlaced, thumbs meeting at the top. We're just going to feel where we are now. Connecting through every space that we're touching the earth, grounded down. We're going to begin to bring the feet so that they're pressing into the earth. And we're going to slowly begin to lean back. Adjusting yourself, keeping the feet flat on the earth. Here we begin to bring our palms also meeting flat on the earth. The elbows in tight to the side body. Here we slowly, as we inhale, lift our hips through, aligning our breath with our motion, so that at the end of our inhale, we meet all the way at the top, coming into bridge pose. So on our inhale, we slowly lift. Exhale, lowering down. Slow motions here, deep breaths. We inhale, we lift, pressing through the forearms, lifting the hips up. Exhaling, lowering down. This last one here, we're going to stay up, so we're lifting on our inhale. We're staying up here, we're forming a straight line by engaging the glutes and the abdomen. So if you'd like to roll your shoulders in, your elbows and forearms in, you can lift a little higher. We're breathing through the front body, and we're feeling all that energy flowing down through to the neck, to the throat space, and we're keeping that restricted breath. 2 more breaths here. Long, deep breathing in blue light energy. Thinking of communication in our household growing up. Lowering, 3, 2, 1, exhaling down. Release the feet and feel every part where your body is connected to the earth. Tuning in to the frequency that you're hearing. We're going to all practice the mantra, which is HAM, H-A-M. The letter H in general represents Mercury, communication, the color blue, and it's going to be opening through at the neck space. It directs all the energy right to your throat. As we proceed through, we can imagine in our head the letters H, A, and then the letter M. Equal parts. We're going to be inhaling, and then the entire exhale is going to consist of this mantra, hum. So let's all begin by emptying our lungs with an exhale. We're going to inhale deep. And all together. Two more times. Becoming living tuning forks, gently relaxing. Here we're going to begin to bring our feet flat to the mat, and we're going to slowly come up into a seated position. We're going to turn so that our knees are coming around. And if you'd like, you can just sit back down onto your knees here. You can separate the feet to create a lap or a seat. And we're going to bring our hands into the throat chakra mudra. Here we're finding alignment through our spine, all the way up through our crown. We're going to be lifting our throat chakra mudra up to our neck. So the thumbs are now on the bottom, and the interlaced fingers are on the top. Focusing our breath into our throat, always sticking with those ocean breaths, inhaling through the nose and finding that slight restriction in the throat. We're going to lift our hands all the way up into the sky on our next inhale. And our next exhale, we're going to bring it behind the neck. Keeping that mudra. Here, we're going to gently begin to look towards the left as we inhale. Exhaling, coming back to the center. Inhaling, looking towards the right. Exhaling, coming back to the center. We're going to inhale, we're going to lean our elbow to meet down towards our hip. And we're going to hold it there while we exhale. Taking some deep breaths here. Thinking of why it's important to listen. On our next exhale, we're returning to the center. Taking a deep breath here. We're going to inhale deep. Next exhale, we're going to lean down with our elbow coming down towards the right hip. Thinking of ways that we're good listeners. Maybe affirming, I'm a good listener, yeah. Deep breaths here, keeping that neck from collapsing. Our next exhale coming up to the center. Here we're all gonna press through the legs, lifting up. And we're gonna bring our hands, we're gonna release them and allow them to fall behind us. And we're gonna look up into the sky. Pressing the tops of the feet down. We're gonna find balance here as we ground our legs down. Pressing through the legs, feeling strong through the thighs. Engaging the thighs and the abdomens. We're gonna be bringing the hands either right here to the lower back to extend your bend. Or if you'd like, you can let those hands meet down towards the backs of the ankles. If you want to even plant your toes so that you can bring the ankles up higher, you can bring them down and we can really feel as those shoulder blades come together, the opening of the entire front body. From the throat chakra, the heart chakra, down to the solar plexus. We're opening through long, deep breaths. Wherever you are, opening through, we're holding here. We're breathing blue light energy in through the crown and down through the ground. One more breath here, hold it through. And we're releasing, returning straight to the center. We're staying up high, keeping the hips up in the air. We're gonna gently begin to bring the palms down to the earth in tabletop. And we're just gonna walk our hands towards the front of our mat. Bringing the heart down towards the mat. We feel a beautiful shoulder stretch. Maybe you bring the right cheek or the left cheek, or maybe you bring the forehead to the mat. Keeping those hips up high and melting that heart down low. Thinking of a time you got caught up in gossip. Here, we're going to begin to press the knees forward and we're going to come down onto our bellies. We're keeping the forearms planted down here, bringing the elbows to our inner side body. We're spreading the fingertips, consciously pressing each one into the mat, and we're on the floor. And just looking down at the floor here, we're breathing this blue light energy all through our energy body. Gently honoring where we are right now. Feet pressed, tops of the feet pressed into the mat. Thighs pressed into the mat, hips, forearms. We're feeling strong here in a straight line. Beginning to look over our left shoulder. We breathe through, gently imagining getting a kiss on the cheek on the right side. Smiling. Thinking of a time when you felt heard, received, listened to. Returning back to the center on your next breath. On your next breath, gently looking over your right shoulder. Imagining getting a nice little kiss on the left cheek now. Gentle smile. Return to the center on your next breath. We're going to bring the hands now to where the elbows are, right along the side body. We're going to press up into upward facing dog. You can stay with your entire lower body pressed into the earth, or you can plant your toes and come up. We're looking up and we're breathing through the front body. Long deep breath here, in through the crown, down through the ground. And on our next exhale, we're going to slowly lower and we're going to bring the forearms down so that the elbows are meeting on the outside of our mat, along the edges. And our hands are placed right on top of one another. And our forehead is going to come right down onto the backs of our palms, the backs of our hands, excuse me. Witnessing your body, how it feels right now. Your thoughts, your pulse. Breathing in through the Vishuddha Chakra. We begin to lift the left and the right legs so the feet are up in the sky. We're going to look up here. If you'd like, you can just gently press up and you can stay right here. If you'd like, you can also extend by looking over your left shoulder and reaching your left hand towards your foot, over your right shoulder, grabbing your right foot and stretching up. Feeling that breath come through the front body, through the throat chakra, cycling around up the back body, over the head, through the front body. One more cycle here. And we're going to release one foot at a time. We're going to gently come up into tabletop, pressing through the hands up onto the knees. And then we're going to sit back on the legs and we're going to come down into child's pose by reaching towards the front of the mat, Balasana. If you'd like, you have the option to bring your hands along the back of the neck. Maybe giving yourself a little massage here on your shoulders. Thinking of ways that you might sense mistrust in others. Deep breaths, enjoying this beautiful massage if you're massaging your upper shoulders. And we're going to be pressing up into tabletop. Here we're going to be aligning so that our hands are under our shoulders, checking in that our knees are under our hips. And we're going to be lifting through the right foot so that it comes up in the air. If you'd like, you can stay right here, or you can look over your left shoulder, take your left hand and grab onto. Here, we're reflecting on the way we talk to ourselves, our inner dialogue. Sometimes we're our own worst enemies, our biggest critic. Long deep breaths here. We're lowering down, releasing, bringing both hands and knees to the mat. Taking a deep breath. We're going to begin to lift the left foot up into the sky. If you like, you can stay right here, or you can look over your right shoulder and take the right hand and grip on. Thinking of some simple ways that you can redirect that inner dialogue, or ways that you already do. Long deep breath here. And releasing on the next exhale. Here we're going to gently come into some nice cat-cow flows. We're going to be bending the spine down like a scaredy cat, or excuse me, rounding the spine and bringing the hips down, tail tucked. And then we're going to be lowering those udders for the cow on some inhale. Lifting the head high and the hips high, finding your own pace. Aligning with your breath. Breathing through that neck. Sitting back on our knees and gently bringing our hands into the throat chakra mudra. We move from the flow of yang, the asanas, to the silence, the reflection of the yin. Observing as a sacred witness to the energy in this present moment. Bringing your container of awareness to your throat space. Taking a deep blue breath to your neck. As we exhale, spinning the energy there, allowing it to radiate and brighten. Inhale, we bring more deep blue breath into the throat space. Exhaling, spinning it and brightening it. Using your throat breath here. Here we're going to all come down onto our mats, on our backs, coming so that our feet are facing the wall. If you need to slide your mat up a little bit. Anyone who needs a water break, feel free. We're going to gently, we can actually all start right in, take our legs at the wall. So if you want to come again so that you're sitting against the side of the wall, and then sort of as you're coming down, slide your legs up. And you can scooch in as far as you need so that your butt comes towards the wall. The legs at the wall pose here is wonderful as well for anything with the heart chakra, with blood pressure. So we're just going to take a moment here. If you'd like, you can flex your feet in the dorsiflexion so that they're coming parallel to the ceiling and the floor. Feeling your legs coming up against the wall and feeling the energy as it begins to shift its flow. If you'd like, you can press the hands against the earth. You can bring them into the throat chakra mudra, either laying right on your throat with the thumbs down or laying right on your belly with the thumbs up. Feeling the muscles unfold and release in your lower back. Feeling your body shift. Feeling the energy beginning to flow in the opposite direction. Here we're thinking if there's something that we always wanted to say. Something we always wanted to tell someone. Never really got it off our chest. What's the worst thing that could possibly happen if they knew? Or if you just said it? What's the best thing that could possibly happen if it was finally released off your chest? If you'd like, you can begin to open your legs, whatever width that you feel comfortable with, feeling the shift, using gravity as your best friend. If you're having any problems with your lower back, bringing your feet flat to the wall might be another option for you. Or bringing your feet pressed together in Baddha Konasana against the wall so that the soles are kissing. If you weren't already pressing your feet against the wall, we're all going to begin to do that now. And we're going to let the feet slide down the wall so that the knees come against the belly towards the chest. You can hug them in if you'd like. Long, deep breaths here. We're breathing still in through the crown and down and out through the ground. Here, we're going to begin to bring our hands underneath the lower back. And we're going to begin to press the feet into the wall as we press them out. And we start to raise ourselves up, leaning onto our shoulders. Seeing if we can come up into a shoulder stand here. Lifting the feet if you feel comfortable off of the wall. And using your hands against your ribs, against your lower back, against your butt, wherever you need. We are restricting the breath here, so you're purposely doing that throat breathing without trying. Maybe you open your legs here with very slow, mindful movements. Taking a deep breath. Here we're going to bring our legs back together if you have them open. And we're going to begin to lower those knees down towards our head. Bringing a little bit of release here. If you'd like, you can stay right here, or you have the option of exhaling and releasing the feet down, sort of coming down towards, so your toes are touching the floor behind your head. Your throat breathing is getting even more restricted here. Taking a deep breath. If you can, and breathing in any tight spaces, bringing that new oxygen to these new spaces. Bringing the feet back in, folding them back in. We're going to slowly roll our butt down, using our hands to gently guide ourselves. Our legs coming up against the wall again. Feeling where we're at right now. There's new electricity flowing through us. If you'd like to use your mudra so that you can direct that electricity and your container of awareness to your throat space. Let's bring all of that energy flowing right towards the throat space. Energy flows where attention goes. So send your attention, your awareness to your throat. Envision each breath flowing through the windpipe, stimulating the vocal cords, flowing up into the mouth, into the lungs, through the nose, filling the belly. If you'd like to remain here, or if you'd like, you can slide yourself out. We're going to come into a nice breath. Stay laying down, so wherever you choose. We're going to come into a nice breath called the bumblebee breath. You have the option here to either just take your four fingers, your index fingers, and just press them lightly against the ears. Don't do it fully yet because I'm going to still talk. You have the option to just do that as an A, or you have option B, is to take the pinkies right along the bottom of the lip. The middle finger, the ring finger, will meet on the top of the lip. The middle finger will come up to the bridge of the nose, and the four fingers, or the index finger, will gently rest along the eyelids. You're not pressing in here, you're just gently resting. Then the thumbs will come along the ears. So when you're ready for your part B or your part A, you may begin to create that hand gesture that you're going to be in. And then what we're going to do here is on our inhale through our nose, and then on our exhale, we're going to create just a hum, a gentle hum, which will be exaggerated in our head because our hands, our fingers or our thumbs are going to be pressing into the ears. So you'll feel this bumblebee vibration through your entire head, through your entire body, and it's a very transcendental breath. So we're going to begin here, remembering that you're going to inhale, and then on your exhale, you're humming with your lips closed. We're breathing through the nose here. So part A or part B, get yourself ready, and then gently press in to the ears and begin your breath. Two more breaths here. Release the hands down along the sides and just bear witness. Begin to lift the knees in the sky as the feet come flat to the earth. And we're going to take the right ankle and cross it over to meet the left knee. We're going to begin to lift the foot off of the floor and bring our hands to grab the leg as it's coming up, right at the thigh. And you can either wrap the fingers around the inner thigh, or you can fold that leg in and wrap it around the shin. Feeling your breath flowing through the right sciatic, through the right psoas. One more deep breath in here. And we're going to drop, releasing both feet back flat to the earth. We're going to begin to bring the left foot so that the ankle crosses over the right knee. And we're going to lift the foot off the ground. And we're going to bring the hands to either grab along the inner thigh or wrap along the outer shin. Bringing it even closer. Taking deep breaths through the left hip. Breathing through that sciatic. On your next breath, gently releasing. And we're going to release, letting the feet come all the way down. We're going to gently close our eyes and adjust yourself if you need to wiggle your fingers and your toes and wiggle your legs for a second to get all your wiggles out. And then we're going to begin to release. We're going to let our muscles just all let go, unclench. And everywhere that we bring our awareness, we're going to just surrender a little more. Bringing our awareness to our toes. Bringing our awareness to the entire foot along the ankle. We feel our feet flop to the side and we surrender a little more. We let those calves melt into the earth. The thighs unclenching, hips releasing. Just scanning through every part of your hips for any areas that might still be held and allowing the release. Allowing a complete release through the hands as the fingers unfold. Feeling the arms heavy, sinking down into the earth. Shoulders might be holding some kind of tension there, just allowing every single muscle as you scan through to unclench. Softening through the heart to melt into the earth, the supportive earth bed. And feeling the support of that earth bed and the earth pillow as we sink down into the earth. Gently letting our face muscles melt down as we form a smile. And just sitting in the space that we've created, breathing in the frequencies, the Vishuddha Chakra. If you'd like to receive Reiki healing energy, gently affirm in your silence, I accept. Whistling, glistening raindrops, Reiki energy trickling down. Gently bring awareness back with a deep breath. Taking the deepest breath you've taken all day. Beginning to wiggle your fingers and your toes. We're going to gently bring ourselves back up into Sukhasana to meet in the Anjali Mudra. Seated with our hands in prayer hands. Spending this week honoring and recharging and nurturing the throat chakra. As we begin to use the journaling to dig in to some of the things that block up the flow. Making sure you balance your light work with your shadow work this week. And taking anything that you've learned on the mat with you throughout the week. Remembering to wear blue and to honor your communication, your expression, and trust yourself. The God in me recognizes and honors the God in you. Namaste.